Hey guys, Tom Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, and I'm here to review Crimson Peak. So, we start the film off with a young Edith who has apparently the potential to see these ghosts. So, she grows up and she ends up with her father, and they end up having some sort of party, and that's where she sort of meets this mysterious guy named Thomas, and she ends up falling for him, falling in love with him, and they end up getting married after spending some good quality time with each other with this dance and whatnot, and then they end up eventually at their house. So, in this house, she starts to see that there are these other ghosts, and she starting to piece together this sort of weird thing that's going on. Uh, and Thomas has his sister, Lady Lucille, who I believe is played by. I'm not sure actually. I can't remember. It was Jessica Chastain, I think it's pronounced. But anyways, she does a really killer performance in this movie as sort of this sort of crazy woman that's apparently Thomas's sister, and then they're all lovey-dovey. And she eventually discovers this through following the ghost, following these sort of letters that uh, show that he's actually been doing this for a really long time in these different locations, and that she murdered the her she murdered what was it, her father, the girl's father, and the the blood effects in this movie, of course, were gonna be off the top with it being called Crimson Peak. But I mean, that's not the only reason why. Apparently, there's this whole thing with the snow, and like this thing with clay. It comes up through the snow and then it turns red or whatever. And it's so strange that this movie has ghosts in it. Like, they play such a little part. Well, like such a mediocre part, but I really appreciate out of everything in this movie, Jessica's performance. I mean, she's just absolutely in this movie, 100% best performance I think in this movie. But she really pulls it together. But anyways, Thomas sees that he really does love Mia, or the girl in the movie, Edith. So he fakes this guy's death, who's a doctor, like fake stab. Well, he really does stab him, but like in this place where he won't die. But anyways, it comes down between Jessica and Edith, and they're like at the mill thing that this guy's been working on, and he finally got to work after Lucille kills Thomas, and then he ends up being a ghost there. And I guess there was this ghost dog. I don't know if it was supposed to be like what we're supposed to get out of that whole scene where they're talking back and forth between how the dog went lost for like a long time, and then somehow came back. I guess it's supposed to, like, it doesn't. They don't directly say that it's a ghost, but I'm gonna guess that it is. So, uh, he ends up being a ghost in that specific location, and she ends up dying too because Edith kills the crazy lady as well, and she finally gets away with the other guy. So I found this movie to be really enjoyable, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. The trailer for this movie is absolutely fantastic, giving away very to no spoilers whatsoever, and I haven't seen that in a trailer. I can't remember the last time I've seen a trailer that has done this, that it shows you one thing and then gives you something else. And I really do appreciate whoever put the trailer together to make sure that when we go in to see a movie and get surprised. I haven't felt this way throughout this entire year, especially, and for that alone, tagged along with the acting and the really brilliant uh, shots and the house itself feeling like its own character. I really do appreciate this movie for doing all that stuff. So I'm going to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I think this movie went a little bit above to try to really put together this sort of mysterious movie. So Del Toro does it again. What a surprise. I'm not even surprised, but this is a really enjoyable film. I really liked it. I think people who saw this will probably be pleasantly surprised what this has turned out to be. And I'm really glad that this movie wasn't, a pure horror film or whatever people were expecting it to be. I'm actually really glad that it wasn't, that I was able to catch us off guard. So, with that being said, this has been Thomas Asuli Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.